since it's cherry blossom season, I'd like to show you today how to make these origami flowers. The little decorative center, they make perfect cherry blossoms for your page. We're going to start with a 6x6 square of paper. It doesn't have to be one-sided, it can be two-sided, but I recommend using a lightweight piece of paper because the folds are easier. So today I'm going to use green because it shows up nicely here for you to see better. So you lay it face down on the table and fold it in half. Make a nice crease, open it up, turn it around and fold it in half again. One more time, fold it in half, point to point this time. Open it up, turn it over, and fold it in half one last time, this time inside out. Now, if you open it and bring those two points together and squish it into a nice square, I think. There we go. Nice square. Let me show you that one more time. This was your last fold. Bring the points together and squish it. There we go. Okay, so you've got a closed end and you have an open end. And you can see you've got your center line. From the open end, bring it in to the center and make a crease. Both sides. Turn it over. There's your center line, the open end. Bring it in again. Now these creases are just guidelines for your actual fold. You have this shape now, and I like to fold this back and forth to make it a little bit easier to work with. This is not going to open anymore. This part is going to stay closed. But the rest of it, you're going to open back up and turn it inside out. So there's your part that's going to stay closed, so open it only that far and fold it back in on the same guidelines as the creases you made earlier. See how easily it folds because you've made those guidelines? Looks like this. Turn it over, open, and repeat the same process. Folding it inside out using the guide folds that you've just created. There you go. Now this shape is a base for many other origami shapes such as the crane. So you've got this point here and there's your center line. You're now going to take this point and fold it to the center. Make a nice crease. Now this is just another guideline because you're going to open it up again and fold it back in on that same line. Fold the edges down. Square if you can, but they don't need to be square. Come on. And you've just created your first petal for your flower. Flip it over. Fold that back. There's your center. Point to the center. Make a crease. Open it up. Fold it back in. Square up your edges there. There's two petals. So now to get the other petals, you just need to kind of flip it open. There you go. Back to the center. You may need to rewind and try it a couple times on your own. Keep trying. It took me a little bit to learn this one, but it's not too difficult. And this is your last petal. Fold it to the center line, make your crease, open it, and fold it back in. Now there you have your flower. These are your petals. This area is your stem. This nice octagon shape, the point is your stem. So, to make the stem a little bit smaller, fold the edges in. Both sides. Oops, come on, make it nice and neat, Teresa. There you go. Oh. Now, there's your petals. Open them up, and you've got a beautiful origami blossom. You could put a bead or a button or some glitter in the center to make a pretty stamen. And if you like, you could glue this onto some branches. They'd make a beautiful centerpiece if you used a bunch of them. To make the origami blossoms for my scrapbook page, I used 1.5 by 1.5 inch square. A little bit more difficult to work with, so I recommend starting with the 6 by 6 size. So have fun making your origami blossoms.